Sit back in your seat.
Less of an interview.
I love that.
and more of a...
That's beautiful.
That's very
I love
pretty.
your...
We're rolling.
Is it show?
My nails.
We're ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Girls, welcome to Australia.
Thank you.
You have been on the PR circuit for these last few weeks. You know, for a show that has been gently mocking the PR world, how has that experience been for you?
Well, I mean, it's hard work PRing something
Right.
nowadays because there's so many outlets. You've got social media, you've got everything, and this has been fantastic because this has been so beautifully organised.
Yeah.
I kind of love that.
It would be a nightmare.
Eddie
Imagine
couldn't
if
do
Adina,
it.
no,
Oh,
if Adina was in charge of this, you know, we'd still be in Sydney, probably drinking in some bar. I don't know, but
Well, they were serving Bollinger for the media here.
they?
Did you know that?
I'm very
I'm
pleased.
so pleased.
And I do love that the person doing PR today, her name is Jax, who was, of course, Patsy's
Jack's
sister.
sister.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Late
Jack.
lamented, yeah.
Yeah, like Varley. May we rest in peace.
Yeah.
There are so many fabulous cameos in this movie. Obviously, one is Barry Humphries. He directed the Adelaide Cabaret Festival last year.
Oh, did he?
He did, and one of his rules was that there was to be no swearing. None of the comedians were allowed to say the F word. And it caused this big stir with the comics, and, you know, they were saying, how dare you ban us? He was saying it's just lazy. I know Patsy and Eddie have never...
They've never said
really
the F word, only Safi
Exactly.
in the film.
I know.
Well, and about time,
Safi
right?
and Magda,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. No, it's a kind of Tourette's she suddenly has.
Was
has
it-
to say the F-y word.
I mean, obviously the TV thing would have played a big part in that, but has that always been a thing that they've never sworn, or...?
No, I never found the need for them to. I think Buggery Bollocks was about the most sweary. Yeah, it was because of the TV, but also I think
I mean, you
I
couldn't
came
let
from
rip
an era
in a
where you
movie.
didn't
Right.
swear an awful lot. You wouldn't swear much on stage. I don't think French and Saunders ever swore much.
You can think of
The
funny
young,
bad
the young
language
ones
too.
never swore. You know, I
Right.
mean, they
Yeah.
seemed rude. You can seem rude, but you don't have to. It's a sort of modern stand-up thing. Well,
Yeah.
it sort of came, you know, with the American stand-ups too.
Well, I mean, how do you, when you see modern stand-ups now and they're, you know, every second word is a swear word, what do you think? What's your take on it?
If they're as clever as Richard Pryor was, you'd never mind.
Right. Yeah. Good point. Did Barry swear on set?
Never.
Did he break
I've
his own
never
rules?
heard him
No,
swear.
no, he
I've
doesn't
never
swear.
heard him swear.
He doesn't swear. He's a patrician. He's a brilliant,
yeah,
brilliant
no,
man.
I've never heard him swear.
John Betjeman, the poet, said that Barry Humphries was the only certain genius he'd ever met.
Wow. It's probably true.
Yeah.
At its heart, of course, Ab Fab is a story about mothers and daughters, and now we see that relationship happening again with Lola. You know, it's
Bad
always
mothers and daughters.
well, yeah, but also it's the thing of, you know, the daughter doesn't want to repeat the mum, or the mum
Yeah.
doesn't want to repeat it, so it kind of goes in
Yeah.
that. Is that an experience you've had being mothers yourself? I mean, what were your children?
Well, you've had daughters.
Did they
I've never
rebel?
had a daughter.
No, not really. I mean, I would hope not. I think Adina came from a particular era. It was particularly those women that had grown up in the 60s and that had always had this kind of liberal attitude to parenting.
Yeah.
That meant basically the child became the parent. I think it was specifically about that, but I also realised that actually the 50s mothers that created the 60s kids,
Yes.
you know, were kind of medicalised births and rubber gloves. So everything kind of sort of repeats itself, really. Bad mothering begets bad mothering. And Safi, of course, has never been able to show love to anything.
Right.
Even her
she's
daughter, you know, so she's
sensitised
sort
to
of...
it, isn't it?
That's
She's-
right.
she-
She's
she
hard as
can't.
nails,
She's
man.
hard as
But then
nails.
Patsy has that thing with her mother as well, that, you know, she wasn't raised by her. She was.
No.
What's
Yeah,
the line?
she's never.
She gave
Why don't
birth
you
like
just-
a
oh, yes.
sprinkler or
Oh,
something.
it was ghastly, wasn't it? It was ghastly. And then when
She
she
had something removed. That's right. She
I
did that.
love
She
that.
had something removed. Yeah. No, so they've got
a
all
lot of
had-
cruel darknesses, funnily enough, because it was a pretty ropey upbringing old Patsy had.
Right. Yeah. Jack's cutting the hair.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's all a bit mummy dearest, isn't
Yeah.
it? Little...
Yeah. Minus the coat hangers.
Yes.
We obviously have seen in the TV show that they live to about, I think it might be 180.
Yeah.
Just,
Probably,
you know,
yeah.
maybe. And it's all futuristic. And where do you think they're going next? Where would you like to see Patsy end up?
Well, we sort of know they end up pretty much wheelchair bound, but with intravenous voddy and a bit of a smoke going, and completely cheerful. Patsy's lost her mind by this time. Really, she's gaga.
Patsy gets completely gaga. We like it that she's completely bald with just 3 wisps of hair.
Yes, still in
pulled
the
up
bouffant.
into a little bouffant.
Now, I'm from South Australia. One thing we are famous for, apart from the serial killers, is our wine regions.
Yeah, of course you are.
3 wine regions. The Barossa. So I bought you some gifts.
Oh,
This
my
here
God.
is from the
Oh, you're
Barossa.
so kind.
That is a Grand Burge.
That
Wow,
looks rather
look at
lovely.
that.
This is from the Adelaide Hills. It's a bird in hand.
Wow.
And you can fight over this one. I thought this title was quite appropriate.
Vixen. From Fox Creek.
Fox Creek, and that's
Wow.
actually very special. It's a sparkling Shiraz, which
Oh
I
my
believe
God.
don't have elsewhere.
You are a darling. What a thing.
What an amazing
Look,
thing to do.
what can I
Thank
do?
You.
Can
You've
we have
given
this
me
put
so
into the
much.
contracts, please, that when we talk to people, they must bring proper
I
gifts
know,
like
that's
this?
lovely.
I think it's.
Can
I
we
think
have a
it's
picture with
essential.
you with our gifts?
Absolutely. My
Yes,
gosh.
I
I
think
mean,
so.
if you insist.
You are,
please.
honey.
I think we should.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Matt,
much.
this-